Hey, thanks for tuning in to this video. So today I'm going to help you create one of these, a range cheat sheet for you to use on the felt while you're playing online poker to help you visualize your opponent's ranges. Let's get to it. Alrighty, my name is Sky with Smart Poker Study. So I teach all of my students how to do hand reading. And what that is, it's assigning your opponent a pre-flop range of hands based on how they enter the pot, and then through the streets, you narrow that range based on their actions. With a narrowed range, you're better able to make a positive EV or profitable decisions against your opponents. Now, the toughest part about hand reading when you're actually in game playing against somebody is visualizing their range. Of course, poker playing sites, they don't allow you to use a software like Flopzilla in game. They don't allow you to create a range like this so you can actually visualize it as you're playing against the player. So that's why I'm going to teach you how to create your own range cheat sheet. So the tools of the trade, you're going to use something like Flopzilla Pro right here, a snipping tool. Your computer probably has one. This is just the built-in Microsoft Word one. And I like Publisher for creating various documents. So I'm going to show you today 3-bet range cheat sheet. So first is a 1.4% range. Now, I'm not going to go into the details. You can create your ranges however you want and build them to whatever specifications you want, whatever. The goal behind this is basically to build ranges that you think your opponents often play in particular situations. So I know a lot of opponents, they have like a tiny 1 or 2% 3-bet percentage. That's probably aces through queens, right? Not even ace-king quite often. Your tightest of opponents will play this kind of range. So what you do, once you have that range built in, click New, copy that range, right-click, copy, paste it by hitting Control-V right here, and just put it on the page where you want it. I generally size it somewhere right around there. And to just help me remember this kind of stuff, this is a 3% range. Let's color code it green. Let's enlarge the font. Make it narrow, bring it over, ba-bam! So there is, well, not 3%, my bad, 1.4% range right here. So this is a 1.4% range. Once I print this up, and if I face an opponent who only raises 1 or 2%, I can visualize it and see that this is their range. Of course, queens are better as an easy range to see, right? But this is just the first one. What if we're up against somebody who 3-bets roughly 3% of the time? We'll do the same thing again. Place it where I want it, size it properly. Take this bad boy over here, change that to 3%, and of course now a 4% range. You can see how as the range gets wider, we start adding slightly weaker hands, of course. Now you might be saying, Sky, why are you copying the entire range if that is their 3% range? You know, why not just copy this tiny square up top for it? And I'll show you why in just a sec. There's a good reason that we want to keep all of the other potential hands that they could play in. And now, of course, we can add the percentages on all these ranges, but this is basically what I created here, this little cheat sheet, the different ranges and percentages. Now, let's minimize all of this stuff and let's pull up a few tables. Alrighty, let's take action on the felt with our range cheat sheet. So we've got a hand right here. Just imagine we're in game right now. We just raised poker player 10, loose passive player, 3-bet at 2%, decided to 3-bet against us. With a small 3-bet, loose passive player, out of position in the small blind, we can put them on a pretty darn tight range. We can go with the 1.4% range. But let's just say you know this player. You've seen them call 3-bets 7 times with pocket queens. And any 3-bet they've ever made that you've seen was just aces or kings. So using your dry erase marker, just X out pocket queens right there. Bam! You have their range visualized. It's the aces and kings. Now you can look at the range, look at your hand, look at the range, look at your hand, and decide what to do with ace-9. I think the decision is pretty easy in this instance, right? Let's go to another hand. 5-6 suited. You open raise. Bears OSU decides to 3-bet. They have a 5% 3-bet right here. If we take a look at the stat exactly, in the small blind, 6%. So we could go with the 6.6%, but I want to focus on this 4% range right now. So let's put them on the 4% range. And let's say we've seen them 3-bet bluff in the past with ace 5 and ace deuce, but they tend to call with pocket 10s. We've never seen them 3-bet with that hand. So we exit out pocket 10s and then we circle ace deuce through ace 5 suited. Now we have their range visualized. And so now we can determine whether or not we want to continue by calling or maybe 4-bet bluffing with 5-6 suited potentially. Now the last hand, we're up against a loose aggressive player. We open raise. They come in for almost 10 big blinds as a 3-bet. Their 3-bet's at 9% right here. Let's definitely go with the 6.6% range. But let's say you've played with them a lot and you've seen them 3-bet in the past with king queen offsuit, with pocket 8s, with ace 10 suited, ace 5 through ace deuce. They've even thrown in 7-6 and 6-5 suited in the past for a much wider 3-betting range. Now you simply circle all of those hands and then bam, you have their range visualized for you. So of course with the pocket 7s, I can choose to do whatever I want at this time. If I think they're bluffing, I can call. If I think they're bluffing, I can 4-bet to try to get them to fold as well. So I really recommend that you create your own, not just 3-bet, but 2-bet, 2-bet calling, 3-bet, 3-bet calling range cheat sheets so you can use it on the felt to help you with on the felt hand reading practice. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. I'll catch you on the felt.